Welcome to this another video wherein I'll be telling you the truth and the message that I have for you today. So, the reason that each of the instance and the triggers sent your way by your haters is there for the reason. And the reason is that you keep on moving ahead on the direction that you are headed to. So, know that you trying to copy somebody else and living somebody else's life is first of all absolutely useless. Why? Because you are like the fingerprint. Each person on the planet has got a different fingerprint. So your life is going to unfold in the most unique way possible. Now, what the hater hates about you is your authenticity. What the hater actually hates about you is your intelligence. What the hater hates about you is why you are beautiful without trying to be somebody else. How are you so comfortable in your own very skin? The hater loves this fact about you. That's why they follow you wherever you go. So your enemies are actually studying you. You are their object of study. They watch every move. They copy every single thing that you do. They try to copy the way you speak. They try to mimic you. This is what is called as mimetic thinking. So probably they do not have the desire to create something in the fashion, in the way you want to create. Like I was going in the train today and a lot of haters follow me in the train, in the restaurants, in the cafe, wherever I go. So that shows me that they truly love me because that way you never actually feel alone because you are literally followed everywhere. And not just that, they keep on barking literally like dogs. They're actually dogs. In fact, I have a lot more respect for dog because they have innocent soul. But what do we do about these tainted, fractured, and retarded human beings? They're not humans. They are subhumans. They be barking like dogs on their bikes, on their cars, because their spirit is broken. And I don't hate them. Like, I'm not making this video. This is not a hate video. This is not a rant. This is just to tell the truth. Because what I learned from these haters, from these opponent parties, is that they are very honest to their side, to their demonic side. So they do not leave single moment to attack the person of light, the chosen one, the indigo child, the king, the queen. So I've learned this honesty from them. I feel like, wow, well, if you guys are so honest, I'm going to be honest too. I'm going to turn every single incident into my creative story. And this is my living proof, my living every single day of creative endeavor. I'm not going to leave you guys just like that because I told you before, I'm a great player. And if you guys try and throw stones on my way, I'm going to use all of that like a stepping stone. And why I make these videos is for the community, my Vibe tribe, who believe in me. And thank you for believing in me. And thank you for supporting me, for giving me good messages. And also, I just want to be an object of courage. I want to be an object of beauty. And I'm not just saying external beauty, though external beauty is also beautiful. Like I see a lot of beautiful people outside in the street. And I think that is very good because you should embrace your beauty. I see a lot of nicely dressed people and I definitely appreciate beauty. But I'm not saying that you should not be comfortable in your own skin. You are beautiful even without makeup. If you love makeup, absolutely do that. But you are beautiful anyhow. You are beautiful even in the simplest clothes that you wear. But if you want to dress up well and want to look fancy, by all means do that. But I'm saying that you are beautiful anyhow, with or without doing anything, because you are just beautiful the way God has created you. And for you to hear this statement, it would always come from somebody who's in love with themselves. What a hater does is they hate themselves so bad that when they find somebody else, a person of light, who loves themselves, who knows how to channel their energies beautifully in every single act that they do, their demons get triggered. They just can't stand you. So they cannot, they are very much attracted to you. That's why they follow you everywhere. But at the same time, they cannot keep quiet looking at you. They have got to talk some garbage. They've got to talk some shit. Like I was in the train today, and there were a few women next to my seat, and they were all talking shit and trash. So I felt when they have the right to talk any garbage about anybody else, why am I supposed to listen to their shit? So I played out the whatever good motivational videos that I watch on YouTube on full volume. Because I thought that when people on the train do not have problem listening to garbage, why should they have problem listening to something inspirational? So to every darkness that they throw my way, I'm going to turn that around and I'll fight with light because I'm a light being. And I know my purpose here on the planet, why I'm born. I know exactly what I'm here for, and I know exactly what I'm doing. The funny thing is that these clouds, they think that by throwing their hate on people like us, they can damage our soul. But that is not true. You guys only add fuel to the fire. Because our souls are all fire. We are the Shiva. Shiva is the fire energy, and Shiva is also water. So whenever I see huge, beautiful, big water bodies, like when I was going today to the city, the beautiful rivers, the ocean, it's so beautiful. That to all of that, I see divinity. There's divinity in the city, in the rivers, in the beauty of the city. This is so beautiful. So of course, the reason I'm making these videos is to point out the dark entities and how I'm making these videos so that you too learn and continue on your journey. Don't just surrender because they want to terrorize you. They want to be absolutely okay with fear and terror wrecking in the city, but they do not want love and peace and bliss to be there. And the people of light, we prefer love, we prefer bliss, we prefer creativity, and they do not want that. They want you to be in fear. That's why the moment you step out, all these demons, asses, they all just move out. Why don't you just stay inside your home? Because they are very curious to know what exactly are you doing. They are so not curious, they're studying you 24 hours. You see that? But that's nice. Like if you guys are studying me, I'm really grateful for that. Because I want you guys to learn. Because you have lived your whole life like shit. And you need to learn. There's no other way. And in return, if you throw me hate, I know that's just disguised love. What is hate? I've studied hate. Hate is basically, see, there's just this thing. If people are even casting their hate on you, that's because they're very much interested in you. They find you very interesting. They think like, what are you doing all this? How come all the things that you do is so different? You are not like us. Yes, we are not like you because we are on the light side. Every person who is my vibe tribe knows exactly what I'm talking about. Today I went to the library and I found a lot of people of my vibe tribe. I could see the angels. So many angelic beings I saw today when I went out. So many beautiful beings. Not one, two. I would have seen more than 20. So I'm not saying that there's only dark entities. There are also a lot of beautiful angelic beings. I saw a lot of angelic beings as men, a lot of angelic beings as women, as children, as artists. Those are all angels, people who are trying to create something, who are trying to depict some beauty, who are trying to create the vibe of a place beautiful. That's a different thing. That's a very different presence, I should say. That's a very different presence. And you look at all these demonic beings, they be just screaming, barking like dogs. I know the reason why they do that, because they have been damaged and broken. Society has torn them from inside. It has just snatched their souls. And the reason they could do that because they let them. They let them because they had the fear that if I don't sell my soul, I'm not going to get that material goodie. That's why they hate you, because you as a person of light, you're not greedy and you're not ready to sell your soul just for money and just for fame. You're not cheap like them. And that's why they hate you. Watch that. They have got more than you, but still they come out barking like dogs because they know you are the king. They know you are the queen. And of course, there are a lot of beautiful supporters. By all means, I send them blessings and love. Those are my vibe tribe. I know them. I know each one of you. Even though I've never met you in person, I know you by the vibe. I know you by your auras. I know. And it's not just me. Like if you're somebody who is aware, who is well connected to their intuition, who knows from their gut, you know how and what a person is thinking without having to say a word. You know the art of communication without words. You can communicate to animals, you can communicate to birds, you can communicate to another human into another country. That's telepathy, and you know how to do that. But these fools dating by attacking you, by trying to scream loud and threat you, they can actually get you so that your soul would get weakened? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I watched a beautiful video of Osho, the beautiful, divine, loving master. I love Osho. I feel like I should fall at his feet. Love Osho. You know what he said? Any sensible human being would not, in this day and age, want to bring children to the planet. And the reason is because it's already getting too demonic, and there are millions of people who are dying because of hunger and starving. And it's not too long before this plague actually spreads outside. And what are you anyhow bringing children into the world for? Like for all this chaos, like for all this mess? So you just got to fight and struggle and make this whole thing meaningless and pointless? This was one of the message, which is 100% true. Second message was, there's nothing for you to do. And the more you're trying to run after something, it's just going to run away from you. So if you set yourself a goal for financial stuffs or whatever sort of material or spiritual goal, even spiritually, if you set a goal that I want to be enlightened, or like I want to have samadhi, and you want to be in a thoughtless state, that's not just going to happen, because you are trying to force that thing, that my mind should be empty of thoughts. And he gives a very beautiful example. It's like you're trying to flatten out the ripples of a river by beating it further. So each time you're hitting with your hand, with your fingers, it's actually creating more ripples. So of course you're going to land up in a lot more ripples. So you cannot have a what do you call, have a still river. Yeah, you cannot have a still river like that. So how can you have a still river? Is by not attacking, is by not putting an impact. So don't touch the wave, don't touch the river, just watch it from far, and then you'll see that the ripples automatically settles out. It just evens out. But he also talks that you should not run away from the stresses. That so when you find that the hater energy is too strong, they're trying to detour you, they're trying to attack you verbally and like with their ugly presence, which they do anyway. So don't be shocked, and don't be too much worried about this fact that you are being worried. That's okay. Use that energy to keep moving ahead. So whatever stones are thrown your way, Make those like your stepping stones. I saw a lot of funny, ugly couples today. None of them have any interest in each other. You can tell they both are just trying to run away from themselves. And like cowards, they are together. There's no love. They are just together just for time pass and just making a fool out of themselves and laughing at others and gossiping about others. That's all trash. A lot of trash people out there. A lot of clowns. People actually want to throw their hate on you because they see that you're too authentic and you're too bold to be able to stand in your truth all alone. And they so badly want to be you, but they just do not have that courage. And in fact, they might not have even thought about this thing that maybe I should also turn within and try and make some changes to myself. Because you're such a piece of light, people get triggered by looking at you. So a lot of demons out there, they literally start running away because they see you and they can't stand your aura. They can't stand your light. I'm sure you have experienced that. But how about the people of your vibe? Those are calm people. Those are the people who are completely invested in themselves. Those are the people who are not interested in bothering you. They are so much focused and self-centered. I saw today in the library. They are so much invested into what they are studying. They do not have time for gossip and bullshit and drama. They were studying and working so hard on a weekend. It's a Saturday. They could have chosen to meet some stupid friend and do gossip. No. They were putting on hard work there in complete silence. They were there standing tall for themselves, for their soul. Those are my vibe tribe. Those are my type of people. And not all these trash garbage, just laughing at others and screaming like dogs and howling like wolves. But they I understand they're in a lot of pain and their pain body gets triggered the moment they look at you. But you should not give them the satisfaction of showing anger because all they want is a response from you. All they want is an interaction with you. They want to encounter you. You see that? If they did not want an encounter, they would not step out at the same time. They would not follow you. Because in this dance of yin and yang, it cannot happen without the encounter. So don't run away from evil. The evil is very much interested in trying to see when Buddha got enlightened, okay? This is very beautiful story. I'm sure you guys know. There are a lot of videos about that. But in case you don't, just enjoy. So when Buddha got enlightened, and of course, when you are so much invested to the truth, all of the demons, Mara is the greatest demon, the mastermind behind all of the evil in the world, in the universe, and the head is Mara. So this demon comes and he tries to sway the Prince Buddha with all of those greed. So he sends out thousands of beautiful angels, women, dancing around him, just so that he can break his meditation. And then he sends out all the riches of the world and tells him that you are anyway the king, but why bother about meditation? Why bother about truth? Use this instead and enjoy the power and money. But he was a king and prince already, and he did not want all of that. And he still sat on that meditation. And he continued that. And then he got so angry, the demon, and then he sent all of the asuras, all of the demons his way to attack him. And Buddha did not do anything, just his presence was enough. And there was no effect of the demonic beings on this beautiful divine God, Buddha. And then this demon, Mara, got very, very curious, like, is it true, like, you have done all of your inner work? Where is the proof that you are enlightened? Then Buddha just touched the ground, earth, with his finger. That's all. And he just touched the earth, and the earth shook. And he said, earth is my witness that I'm awakened now. Earth is my witness. And then what happened to Mara? The demon fell at his feet. So all these demons are basically testing you to test, are you truly the one? Are you really what you're talking about? Or are you just trying to sound flashy? Are you just trying to uh, sound awesome? So notice this, the moment you step out, all these hater men and women who just come out like snakes, they just come in front of you like running and throwing bad stares at you as if they could knock off your energy. They don't know who you are. The reason you, as a being of light, you do not get moved by their negativity, by their whatever dramas and stuffs they want to do, none of those have effect because you understand the biggest truth, which is about impermanence. You understand the biggest truth, which is about death. You understand that you are mortal and you are living with this awareness every damn day, which they are not. They think, why bother about all these things? Are you insane? Are you nuts? They think that you're crazy. They think you're crazy. Though it's quite the other way around. It's a sick group of people who are actually hating on you because they know that you tell the truth. They know that what you're talking makes sense. And now, if they do truly agree to that, there's a lot of work to do, and they're not ready for that. Because that would mean they've got to clean up the mess that they have made. And that's not easy. So people just want to copy you, and as if just copying externally is not going to be of any help. The only thing that is important is everyone's journey is different. And you must embrace your journey. I embrace my journey. I do things that just seems reasonable to me. That may or may not make sense to anyone. I don't care. But it should make sense to me because I'm all about my authenticity. I'm all about what I'm doing. I should be happy with what I'm doing. I'm my own customer, number one. So if I do not like what I'm creating out there, and even if I just create something for the audience in which my true soul is not there, then that's a second-hand thing. And I don't want that. I don't want a second-hand thing. Because I want my reality to be expressed completely how I want it to be. And what is reality? What is your expression after all? Everything that you do is your art. How you live is an art. You need not be only a painter to state that I'm an artist. Even how you live, even how you cook, even how you decorate your room, even how you plan a trip, even how you just move out without any plan and then you just find something beautiful in the city, some nice cafe that you found, some nice new restaurant that you found, some nice new shop that you found, some nice new people that you saw with their beautiful happy faces, some beautiful little children dancing for no reason, some birds just flying and singing for no reason. Do you need a reason to be happy? The world is beautiful just the way it is. The flower just blooms. Flower does not have any agenda. I will bloom only if I get any profits. Nature has no agenda. So why are you trying to live so serious? The reason the haters are hating is because they have taken their life way too seriously than actually it should be. It's all a game. This whole thing is a game. And they are too much identified like, I'm here forever, I'm so solid. You're not. There have been millions and billions of kings and riches zillion times who had much more power and wealth than you. You are nothing. And when they have just come and gone and become dust and mud on the planet that you are walking, they are right below you. One day you are going to turn to dust too. So what are you having all that pride for? What are you showing off? What are you? You are nothing. You are nothing. Our ego gets so hurt when somebody tells us the truth. But deep down everybody knows this. Everyone is aware. But the hate be so loud. And the love, it's always quiet. It's always silence. Like the nature is true love. Our breathing is free. That's true love. Without breath, what are you to do? You're not there. The breeze, that is so beautiful. The ocean, the sunshine, the nature, that is true beauty. And see how we have made the world ugly with cities and with high rises and so many buildings all over the world. What are we doing to the planet? And then we fall sick and go to doctor who gives us just some medicine which has got so much side effects, and then you do not feel well. And what is your true health and well-being when you're out in nature? You see, you just move to mountains and live there for a few weeks, and you come back home so refreshed. All your disease is gone. All your sickness of the body is gone. But we have made a culture like this wherein there is toxicity everywhere. And we want you to be part of this maddening system which only drains you. There's nothing to fulfill. There's no love. There's just hate out there. And people are okay with hate. The problem comes when people who are of the light and they are talking of peace and love, those are the ones who are being attacked. What happened in Vietnam War? They killed so many of those Buddhist monks and nuns, all because they said we do not want war. And the parties, the government, they said no, you've got to choose between these two parties. Which are you supporting? And they said we don't want war. For that they were killed. So this is the state of the world. They want you to fight. They want you to be part of hate. They don't want you united. And what did Pink Floyd's song say? United we stand, divided we fall, we fall, we fall, we fall. Such a deep message. Such a beautiful song. But they want you to live out of hate. They are okay with all these chaos demons acting crazy on the street, in the city. They don't have any problem. They've got problem with you. Because you tell the truth. Because you want peace. You just want world to be beautiful in a more loving way. You don't want anything for yourself. That's why they hate you. I was reading about Thich Nhat Hanh, Thai monk, enlightened monk, and he was told to leave his own country, Vietnam, though he had he had done everything for not only Vietnam, people throughout the world, and then he had to move to France in exile because he was not allowed to live there. And they were in the war, people wanted to kill him just because he was a peaceful being and he was working so hard to avoid the war, to stop the war, not just avoid, to stop the war. But what did a being of light could do? He moved to France and there he set up his beautiful plum village. And tourists throughout the world, meditation practitioners throughout the world go there to be with him. That's how the world is. that if you are on the light side, you would have to face a lot of opposition. And don't be shocked that uh, if you think that safety is there, if you're just playing from the dark side, that is not true, because then you are trading your soul, and that means you cannot ever be at rest with your soul, because you know something terribly wrong you have done with your own hands, which is you have murdered your own soul with your own hands. Now you got bloodshed in your own hand because you have murdered your own self. You're a murderer. You don't need any hater now. You are your own biggest hater. That's why a hater hates himself. That's why a hater hates herself. That's why she comes around me throwing her negativity, because she's so badly in hate with herself, because she has sold her soul. I saw a lot of women like that around me today, rushing towards me, running towards me to show their hate. I know you. I know you. You are a child of demon. And I know that you are too much in pain. I can see their pain bodies screaming violently. That's total violence. Complete violence. I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't make up stories. I don't make up stories because I don't like it. I tell the truth despite having almost everyone against me. That's my courage that talks, because I love myself. Because I love my soul. I love which actually resides inside me. I respect that being. That's the God in me. That's the goddess in me. I bow down to that every single day. So when I see these demons, demonic men and women, I just I just feel very sad for them, because they do not have the courage. They are seeing their fall, but they do not have the courage to lift themselves up. And why do I know that? Because I feel I myself also in the same loop, and I know how difficult it is to bring yourself out of a loop of when your mind says you should go ahead and do that work, but then you procrastinate. I know how bad it hurts. And the most difficult thing is to the most difficult thing is to change your own self. That's the most difficult thing. And yet the most easiest at the same time. So even if you think that that running is so hard for me, but then someday you just wear your shoe and you just run. Even though you know that uh, doing some work that I've been postponing for too long, I should just do that, despite the fear that has been lurking, or despite a lie that you have been telling yourself that it's okay and I can take that loss. And then it's okay because I don't know. Or maybe you question the value in it. Is it actually worth it? Shall I truly put my time and effort in it? Or it's useless and I just let go? About future, I don't know. Like who knows about future? So it's just about lifting yourself up. And that's not easy. That is the most difficult battle. Most difficult battle that you have is with yourself. So why I can study the haters so well? Because I know that they are my mirror. And this the same way, see, there's a relationship between the hater and a person of light and dark. These both dualities are always the mirrors of each other. So they want to be like you. And you, why are you attracting those haters? Is because you yourself have all of those things in you, in your subconscious, what you're trying to avoid. So this opposite, this darkness, which you call your haters, they just are the physical manifestation of that subconscious dark energies in you. So they are your shadow, and you are their light. That's why the attraction. That's why the polarity. And it does not matter who or what they are. This is how the game of duality is, the law of two. They actually want to learn the good qualities from you without having to do the work. By despising you and by throwing their hate on you, they think that you would stop doing what you're doing and you would stop shining your light and you would choose to be like them out of fear, which is never ever going to happen in this life or in the coming lifetimes. And what about you? They are a lesson for you. So, all of the haters that I see every day, those are my homeworks. I study all of them like a homework. I don't ignore them. I hear you say and scream. I hear all the words that you are screaming and yelling. And I see how I should not, how I can detach myself. But I also see what is my homework from that. So, first of all, I don't want to be like you. Secondly, I want to auto cleanse all of that. So, all that garbage, I will take all of that energy and transform it into its exact opposite. So, any day if I feel lack of energy, I just go out and through all these negative energies that you get, you in turn suck that energy and then you transform it to your advantage. That's my homework. And that's what my spirit told me. That's your homework. And I said, yes, sir, I'll do it. Why? Because I love to take orders from the divine. And divine tells me to do this. So I do that. Then divine tells me to speak about it. So here I am making this video for you. Why? Because I respect the divinity. My divine also tells me that you should not fear the evil, you should not fear the shadow, and you should head straight into it. So when I go out there, bold and loud and proud, like Tool's song, now go out loud, da 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 da, bold and proud, da 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 da. So I love this band Tool. I've always been a fan of Tool because of the badass singer and the badass band that they are. All depicting truths fearlessly, bold, unapologetic. That's just awesome. That was so real that the fire got off. That's all the spirit in me, so loud. I love Tool. Because they just never cared about the bullshit and they depict that in their music. They just showed like who they are. Divine gods. That's the power of metal. These are all gods in power. I see Shiva in them. Fearless and bold. They are not covered like these. See, the world we are living in, it's funny how they think that by the weak people are the ones who actually scream and shout. That is not power. True power is very different. True power is channeling of energy into the right zones, into the right channels. That's how you learn channeling. But people have been deluded that you should live out of fear and you should conform to others, to the society, else society is going to deny you stuffs. And who are you without stuffs? That's what the society tells you. Because first of all, they made this order of lack. And then they made built products and stuffs. And then they said, if you don't have these things, that means you're missing out. You're in FOMO, fear of missing out. Missing out on what? Less is more. Absolutely, less is more. The lighter you are, higher you can fly. It's far better to have less and have a free soul than having more and having a chained soul. You might be a richest man or woman on earth, but if you don't have soul, you're still like a beggar. And you might be, it's not just about having more or less. There are also people who have lots and they're actually like kings by soul too. Like how King Janak was, the father of goddess Sita. He was a king. He was king, massive, rich king with such a huge, big kingdom. And he was enlightened when he met his sage, when he met his master, Ashtavakra. And he imparted him the truth, and he learnt it, and he got enlightened. And he was still the king. He was still ruling the kingdom. So it's not that if you're awakening or you are awakened, you should be living in poverty. That's not true. You use what's needed, or you might be the king. You might own lots of stuffs. You might own a lot of big, managed huge enterprises. But it's about how you're operating. It's about how you're living. It's all about the way from inside to outside. There are two ways of learning. Either you learn from the external world by setting material goals. That too is a way of purification, by the way, because you do not arrive at any of your material success without a discipline. And what is discipline? It's purification. And and if your goal is spiritual alignment, if you want to know the divinity in you, that too means a lot of discipline. And both of these ways, be it your material goal or spiritual goal, both of these way merge into one. And that one thing is, you are letting go of your own small I. The I that says, I can't do this. The I that is limiting. The I that is trying to, that is saying, it's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. You are going to self-annihilate in both of these cases. And at the death of that small I, appears the large I, the I of oneness. So in that sense, as above, so below. So I wanted to talk about these incidents and the message and my takeaway. And what I wanted to convey was just this. Do not fear the evil and confront it, because they're out there to meet you. Don't be scared, but learn your lessons and keep doing yourself. Keep being you. Don't be scared that, oh, if they're trying to threaten me and scare me, and what if they kill me and they attack me, and what if I die? Then die. There's no point living on the planet like a worm. Die for truth. That is a life worth living. At least you'll not be ashamed at your own self. At least you'll die of joy that I did not sell my soul like them. Pay any price for truth. Pay it. Because it's worth it. Because truth is beauty and beauty is truth. That's all. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Peace and love. Thanks for now. I'll see you in the next one.